Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss a simple problem statement. So let's start. Ramesh is working on a project where he wants to square any verified number and display it on the console. A number is said to be verified if and only if the number is a positive integer. Okay, now let's see the steps to solve this particular problem. Okay, so we'll note down the steps that we are going to do. The very first step what we are going to do is user input. Okay, we are going to take the user input, and in Java what we are going to do, how we are going to take the user input, by using the scanner class. Okay, second thing that we need for this problem is a conditional statement. Okay, so we need a conditional statement, that is a if statement we need. Okay, and the third thing what we are going to do is to displaying the result. These three things what we are need to do. Now before using the if statement, we are going to see the syntax for if. Yeah, so the if syntax is, we'll use if keyword and then we'll write an condition over here, and then we'll start with the curly braces, and in between the curly braces we can write as many statements that we want. Okay, now what is this condition? Okay, so this condition is a boolean expression in Java. Okay, the boolean expression will resolve down to the boolean value. Yeah, now how this if statement is going to execute? So if the condition is true, yes, then this if block, okay, if block will execute. If the condition is false, if the condition is evaluated to false, then what will happen? Then the control will directly transfer to the end of if. That means if block will skip. Okay, so that is the execution of if. Now we'll move back to the IntelliJ, where we are going to write the code for this. So let me close this readme and start the project. Okay, I have already created the project. Now we are in the project explorer, where we are going to create our Java file. In IntelliJ, when we'll create a project, we'll got an src folder, and then inside the src folder we are going to create a Java class. Now we'll name this class as a positive integer. Okay, now my class is created. What I am going to do, I am going to create the main method. So the main method of Java is public static void main with string args. Okay, now we'll start the scope of main method. Now the first thing we need is scanner. Okay, and when we are using the scanner, we need to import that scanner also. So let me import it on the top of my code. Yes, so how we are going to import it? Import java.util.scanner. So that suggests that this scanner class is available in the package java.util. Now what we are going to do? I am going to declare and initialize an object of scanner. So I use the scanner class and I name the object as scanner. With assignment statement and new keyword, I am going to create an scanner object by calling the constructor and passing the source from where I am going to read the input. So in this program we are going to read the input from the system input, that is the console input we want. So from the console we are going to read the value. Now we'll have the scanner, and what we are going to do, we are going to prompt the user by using system.out.println, and what we will ask the user to enter an integer value. Yes, this value we are going to check for positive or negative. Yes, and we need to store this value also, so we are going to store that in an integer type variable, naming it as a number, and then using the scanner class nextInt method, okay, to read the integer input from the console. Okay, so we'll got the integer input from the console. Now what we are going to do, we are going to check. How? By using the if statement. If, and now we are writing the condition. If number is greater than 0, then that number must be a positive value. So we'll got the number. So inside this if statement, first we're going to display a message to the user by using the system.out.println method that the number is verified. Okay, so we are saying verified number, and then what we are going to do, we are going to square that number. So to square any number, what we'll do, we'll multiply that number by the same number. So to store the square, we'll create one variable that is a square, and then what we'll do number multiplied by number. Yes, now what we are going to do, we are going to print again the square on the output by using the system.out.println method, and we'll say square is what we'll got, the square where we store that square in a square variable, and will display. So this is our code, and we are going to execute this code. To execute the code, we are clicking on here on the line 2 play button, and then our code is building, means this code is compiled to the bytecode, and that bytecode is going to execute. So the IDE will do all the things for us. We'll have to wait unless and until we'll see the output on the terminal. So see, now the terminal is open and it is asking us to enter an integer value. Let's see by entering 5. 5 is a positive integer, so we are expecting the square of this number. Yeah, verified number square is 25. Let me rerun this code again, and I will give a negative value this time and see what will happen. So let me give -3. -3 is a negative value, so we are not expecting any message on the console. See, for positive value it is giving verified number as well as the square, but for negative number it's doing nothing. Okay, let me again open the code for you. So this is the solution for the problem statement. Thank you everyone.